Ladies and gentlemen, from the XL Arena here in London, we are ready for a Bad Blood showdown, and this a special attraction. First coming to the ring, at this time we present the undefeated challenger from Brighton, England, Chris Eubank Jr.
Getting a far from rapturous reception. Bulk of the support here in this arena is for Billy Joe Saunders. Father following the young prospect. Is he going to be the great fighter that Chris Eubank has said, that Ronnie Davis has said? Massive step up in class for Chris Eubank Jr. tonight. 24 years since his dad beat Nigel Benn. And the atmosphere is not so dissimilar, I tell you. I was there that night at the NEC. Massive support for Nigel Benn, and it didn't work out. It was a Eubank who triumphed. Confident is he really? He says that boxing's in his genes. Well, he's ready. And next we will have the entrance of the man who's going to be the hero for the crowd, Billy Joe Saunders.
Champion from Hatfield, England, Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe Saunders, hero to his community. European, British and Commonwealth titles at stake. And he believes fervently that he is capable of boxing at a different level to Chris Eubank Jr. Chris has written his son a letter. It says Billy's best mode of boxing is boxing. He's not like you, a pure fighter. Pressure box him and get close to him and pressure fight him. As soon as he's backed up, he's going to be redundant as a boxer, and he's not a man who wants to trade punches. He wants to box because that's where he's comfortable, and only he can manage a contest. And then he goes on to talk about how he's got to hit him close, how he's got to swarm him. He says your uppercuts, you rely on those, be effective to the body. Your 1-2 will be effective for closing the distance. Closing the distance is paramount. Beast mode will work for you. He'll try to box and steal the rounds, and this you must not allow. Junior, love Dad. That's what Chris Eubank wrote this evening and presented to his son prior to this fight. Those words will be with him. Billy Joe Saunders, I'm sure, will have had a lot of words from his dad. You don't really have to be Einstein to work out that that's the strategy. Billy Joe Saunders, for me, probably is the superior boxer. And he certainly has the superior footwork. But that's all theory. Now all the talking is over, all the brags are over, and we're about to find out what the reality is. Is it going to be the tried and tested champion, Billy Joe Saunders, or is it going to be the imponderable? Is it going to be the man we don't really know about, Chris Eubank Jr.? Final preparations for both men, and now here to give the introductions is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome, as this time Frank Warren presents a special attraction in the ring brought to you by Queensberry Promotions in association with Chris Eubank Promotions, sponsored by Raynham Steel, Coral, JD Sports, and Man Up Gymwear. This bout is sanctioned by the European Boxing Union and the British Boxing Board of Control. The supervisor and steward in charge is Charles Giles, along with the Commonwealth Boxing Commission representative Stephen Hiscox. Introducing our three judges scoring this bout from ringside, all from England. From Preston, Phil Edwards. From Twickenham, Marcus McDonald. And from Birmingham, Terry O'Connor. Introducing our referee in charge of the action. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Michael Alexander. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the British, European, and Commonwealth Middleweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my left, the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks and honorably carrying out the family boxing tradition from Brighton, England. He weighed in at 11 stone, 5 pounds, 4 ounces, or 159 1/4 US pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 18 wins, no losses, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated challenger, Chris Eubank Jr. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with yellow trim, hailing from Hatfield, England. He weighed in at 11 stone, 5 pounds, 10 ounces, or 159 3/4 US pounds. The renowned 2008 British Olympian is undefeated in the professional ranks with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 3 in the world by the WBC, number 2 by the WBO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated British, European, and Commonwealth middleweight champion, Billy Joe Saunders. Once again, a referee in charge, now to give instructions, Michael Alexander.
Good Doncaster accent of Michael Alexander. He's going to be a key figure tonight, you suspect. Chris Eubank Jr. said, I will do it my way. Billy Joe Saunders said, I'll do it to the strategy and the instructions of Jimmy Tibbs. Here we go. One of the most eagerly anticipated fights of the year. Is Eubank going to try and jump on Saunders from word go?
Well, they both got fast hands, haven't they? Both sharp. Obviously, the power seems to lie with Eubank Jr. But the better boxing skills that we've seen come from Billy Joe.
A lot of late money came on to Chris Eubank today. Started as a slight favourite, I'm told. He could have had 6-4 against yesterday. But big support for Eubank.
Billy Joe Saunders landed with a jab there, and Eubank trying to fire through with the right hand.
Saunders has been away training for this, preparing for it in Spain, arguably in the best shape of his life. Eubank always looks in terrific shape, doesn't he? But there is that question He's never gone 12 rounds, and there's just that question mark about whether or not he is able to fight for 3 minutes of a round, kind of like the same questions which were raised against his dad all those years ago.
Yeah, and maybe he has the same fortitude as his father, and he can't dig in when the going gets tough. But
24 world title fights Chris Eubank Sr. had. Remember the almost hate for Eubank Sr. before he became champion. By the time he'd finished his career, still a controversial figure, but I think more respected and loved. Eubank made to miss, and Saunders countering.
And that's what he won't get away.
Lovely jab again from Saunders.
That's what he won't get away with Billy Joe Saunders. What they do with other opponents, when he overreaches and misses, Billy Joe will score, will make him pay.
Saunders shakes his head at Eubank. Now this is where Eubank wants him, wants to try and get in close and make his physical strength tell. He did manage to whip in an uppercut.
And he looks physically much stronger as well. Good uppercut there from Eubank.
Much bigger physically, Chris Eubank. Both 25 years old.
Even though he had Billy on the ropes, I think Billy landed with more punches on the ropes than Eubank did.
Well, Saunders has certainly landed more punches in this opening round so far.
It's good. It's good from Saunders. Just got to remember to spin off. Got to keep spinning to his right there, Saunders.
Eubank tried to suggest there was a quit in Billy Joe Saunders. I think not.
No.
Well, apart from those couple of uppercuts on the rope, Eubank doing not very much in that opening round. Saunders had to win it, didn't he, Barry?
Yeah, for me, did John. Yeah. Again, it wasn't a massive difference between the two, but yeah, Saunders landed with most of the shots. But you could see the physical strength, couldn't you, of Eubank when he had him on the ropes, just bullying him with the shoulders and the forearms.
If it suits. You all right with it? How you feel? Looking good. Beautiful. Yeah? Yeah.
In the other corner, precious little being said.
Then you just sit down. When you sit down, make sure your legs are bent and let go. 3s, 4s, and so on.
Corner, 10 seconds.
Well, what do you make on that? A bit of instruction as to how to best sit in the corner.
I don't know. All I know, they got Ronnie Davis and Chris Sanigan in the corner, two really knowledgeable guys, and Chris Senior talking about make sure you bend your legs when you sit down.
Penny for the thoughts of Ronnie Davis. And you could hear in the other corner a very different scenario as Jimmy Tibbs, who has a strategy to win this fight, and he'll not be wanting Saunders to go toe-to-toe, and he'll be pleased with what he's done so far. Saunders, the man with the amateur pedigree. We're told that Eubank has performed brilliantly in the gym, good shot, and that he's handled himself well against Carl Froch and against George Groves. Some people have even said that he had the better of Carl Froch. Not sure that Carl would agree.
That was good again there from Saunders. One, a nice little jab skipping out the way. Eubank tried to follow him but couldn't land with a clean shot. Well, they both got fast hands, but I think Saunders is the naturally faster guy, so he can throw with fluency. Where maybe Eubank, we've got sharp counters as we see there. You got to load up with this. It's everything's hard. And
let's not forget Billy Joe Saunders, the southpaw. How well will Eubank cope with that? That's another nice body shot from Saunders. He's outboxing him right now.
You just got to stick to the plan, though, Saunders. It's imperative with a big puncher like Eubank. You don't get overconfident with any success you have, otherwise he'll roll you in and make you pay for it.
Left hand from Eubank does get through. Saunders straight away saying, look, I'm still here, it's not hurt me, and a little nod from Eubank.
Sounded worse than it actually was, that shot.
Partially blocked it, didn't he?
Yes. That's good, though.
Not great balance from Eubank, and he ducked, for me, below waist level.
Again, it's when he overreaches, John, and he misses, and that's where Saunders should and is making him pay.
Michael Alexander, relatively inexperienced referee. He's going to have to keep a real close check on this one.
Yeah, I think especially when they get close, Eubank just so much physically, much more stronger than Saunders, which means I think that Eubank should be trying to edge forward. He's trying to mount these sparing attacks like he usually does. He jumps on opponents. He's not going to have so much success tonight doing that. I think he's going to have to bully Saunders around the ropes into the corners.
Well, at the moment, he's just getting out jabbed, isn't he? He's got to find more than he's produced in the first two. Well, the smile from Eubank, the threat from Eubank. Saunders reacts, but smiles and threats don't win you rounds, and he's not won that one.
No, they don't. And even though he's making Saunders work, I think it's a comfortable pace for Billy Joe Saunders. But then we've seen Eubank before do nothing and then explode.
Relax, you move forward, and you keep on pulling that pressure on. Okay, slow pressure. Right behind your jab.
Nice and patient behind that jab.
That's an end flow cross, right?
That's a left cross. A little bit of kidding. The left cross, ref. A little bit of kidding, right? A little bit of kidding, snap. A little bit of kidding, snap, crack, right? Yeah. A little bit of kidding all the time. Be in control. Think of what you're doing, Joe. You're looking good, son.
Certainly is looking good. 2 rounds so far for Saunders.
Yeah, he's boxing smart. He's not overcommitting. He's not getting too carried away with any success he's having. He's keeping his head on his shoulders, and that's a sensible thing to do against a puncher like Eubank Jr.
And interestingly, in that Eubank corner, Ronnie Davis, the trainer, presumably on instructions, has not uttered a word thus far. It's all been done.
And even he's not saying much.
Eubank needs to do something to get Saunders out of his rhythm. A slicker fighter than Chris Eubank has fought before, at least in a professional contest. And however good sparring might be, any fighter will tell you it's a different story when you get in there for real.
Well, he's fighting a guy for the first time who's not backing up too much away from Eubank. Usually, once Eubank Jr. threatens to attack, then his opponent runs away. That's what we've seen in the last few fights. And Billy's not doing that. Billy's trying to, if anything, Billy's trying to stalk him down a little bit.
Well, let's be honest, a few of Eubank's opponents have been pretty shocking.
Yeah, of course they have.
And this is an altogether different scenario. Good jab. And again, Eubank gets in with a body shot, but is made to look a little bit clumsy and easily stifled by Saunders.
Well, Eubank ducks low, and I think Saunders doing the right thing by keeping him down there, pushing him down. That's a good jab there from Eubank, beating Saunders to the jab and yet again.
What about the first solid shots he's landed in the fight so far?
Again, he overcommits with that right hand, brings that right foot forward. Does Eubank, and that can lead to a lot of trouble.
Dad was similar, didn't throw a great right hand.
His dad used to throw a massive overhand right hand, I think to almost a miss, just to back you up to get a bit of a rest. The sheer weight of it just make you dance away.
I remember watching on YouTube somewhere Lennox Lewis demonstrating how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, brilliant little 1-2 there from Saunders on the rope.
That's where the referee has to be firm, has to be strong. That's a good body shot from Eubank.
Yeah, nice little slip and dip at the shoulder, wasn't it? The left shoulder coming back with the right uppercut from Eubank.
Well, at last in the third round, after a very tentative and at times clumsy sort of opening, Eubank has finally managed to find a couple of shots which have reached the target. Oh, good shot. Good left hand from Saunders. Best punch of the round.
Yeah, Eubank landed with a good shot as well.
Eubank would like nothing more than to have Saunders stand toe-to-toe with him and trade. Maybe there's a macho side of Billy Joe Saunders who'd like to do it. How do you score that one, Barry?
Oh, that's another round for Saunders.
3-0 on the Barry Jones card.
Give me a towel out there, please. A swabby ball. Looking good, Joe. Look at that when he do jump in. You've got to get that left cross. Don't you jump in because he's waiting to unload the right hand. Right? Yeah. Good. You be patient. Keep nicking it with that jab. Crank with that left cross. A bit of kid in front of him. Perfect. You okay with that? Yeah. Bring that, Joe.
Well, that's what's known as a game plan, and he's carrying it out fairly well.
He is. He's keeping his head on his shoulders, not getting carried away with anything, and that's good. You know, he's winning the rounds. He's picking Eubank off.
Joe,
quite comfortable at the moment.
He's getting a bit concerned now. You see on his face.
Corner, 10 seconds.
Left cross, left cross.
Well, if the Eubank corner isn't concerned, they should be, because on our card, and I suspect very strongly on the judges' cards, Billy Joe Saunders has won the first 3 rounds.
But I don't think Eubank Jr. came in here to win on points tonight. But he should be using his. You can see when they're in close. He looks, and he is the physical, stronger guy in there. So he needs to bully Saunders, get him in the ropes, throw him round, push him with the shoulders.
Well, he hasn't so far shown that he's got the speed of foot enabling him to do that.
I mean, you've got fast hands, Eubank, but you got to tense up with it, haven't you? You really got to force it out, the speed, where for Saunders it's a natural speed, it's fluent.
I know a lot's made about the Eubank physique, but it's kind of a bodybuilder physique.
Yeah, he's just naturally strongly built like his father.
Yeah.
He's naturally a bigger guy, but you know, Saunders is not a big middleweight. But then he's boxed big middleweights before, like John Ryder, and cope with that physical strength.
That's more like it. Needs to find more. They may not have landed on the target, but even on the arms, he's going to feel them. Got to let the punches go, Eubank.
Well, Saunders not landing much too far this round either. Nice little jab there, though, from Saunders. You can see Eubank setting him up, isn't he, for that uppercut. That was good from Saunders.
Been told to simply by Jimmy Tibbs, one of the most experienced trainers in the game, work off your jab and whip in that left cross. It's good, good right hand from Eubank.
Nice little uppercut there. I think it just hit the chest. Don't think quite connected on the chin of Saunders. But he carries some power in that uppercut, doesn't he, Eubank?
Well, he's a hard puncher, no question about it. And as long as he's in there, he's going to have that capability to take somebody out.
But he needs to come back with a left hook and then a right hand again. He needs to put his punches together in combinations. When he lands with the shot, when he has a bit of success. He's so used to seeing people wobble or back up or fall over when he hits them. He's not used to letting his hands go in the middle of the ring when he gets him on the ropes.
Solid jab from Saunders. Eubank walking straight into it. Quiet sort of round, this one.
Yeah. I just feel that at the moment, it's a round that I think Saunders is just nicking again.
Well, he's out jabbing him, isn't he? That's the key. Eubank starting to get a little frustrated, you sense. He's not doing enough to take rounds.
No, not for me, John, either.
It's muscle. Huh? It's muscle, my cheek. That's better. You hurt him every time you catch him, you step that power up. Bring the fight forward, come forward, behind the jab. You've got to get close, okay? And start pressing him back, okay? We'll beat him up. Start bashing him up, mate. Right? Start beating the fuck out of him.
Ronnie Davis just looking up after he'd said that and realising that the microphone was there. The old fox will be just a little bit embarrassed by that, I think.
But Eubank Senior gave him some solid advice. No, you got to work a bit on the jab. You got to put some pressure on him. And it's what we've been saying, John, isn't it? You use that physical strength.
He's got the power, no question about it, but he's not making it tell. Talking to Saunders, trying to goad him, trying to make him walk onto that big right hand. Saunders surely too cute to respond. I saw that coming from a mile off. Makes Eubank miss.
Well, Saunders just got to switch off to all those psychological games now he's in the ring. Just switch off, just stick to your plan.
Remember, this is the fight that Saunders said he would retire if he didn't win it. He was talking about rounds 5 or 6. Maybe that was what he was saying. I bet it was. I bet he was saying, this is the round you said you were going to take me out.
Probably. None of that's going to obviously happen, but
I don't think Saunders. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders was ever going to be looking to go and blast Eubank out. What he said.
well, you would imagine Eubank can take a punch just genetically, because his father had a tremendous chin.
Sure he can.
And if he inherited 10% of that, he can take a good shot.
I don't think I've seen too many fighters who could take a shot better than his dad.
No.
One or two spring to mind, like Oliver McCall, but Eubank just had an absolute granite chin.
And again, nothing happening. He's pretty scrappy in this round, but just slightly got to edge Saunders so far, haven't you?
Eubank getting very frustrated in there, not getting the opportunity to land clean shots.
He should be throwing Saunders around the ring if he's physically strong enough, which it looks like he is, to try and psychologically ruffle up Saunders, get him onto his game plan.
Certainly not ragdolling him at any stage in the manner in which he suggested he was going to. This would be the sort of time when you might see the physical strength telling, but it's Eubank who's walked back onto the ropes. Referee says, don't use your head.
Again with the jab there to Saunders, that's been the difference, hasn't it, so far tonight?
A little bit of bruising on the cheek of Eubank, where he's had to take a few shots, particularly the jab of Saunders.
It's been a bit of a scrappy round, hasn't it? No one landed with anything really clean.
It's kind of a nothing round, this one, Barry. Still no clear shots.
But it's just
could be a level round, that.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Saunders, even though I've given all the others. I just think his jab was the only punch that was really landing.
Hard to make an argument for Eubank winning it.
It's all right. But when you're jabbing, right? When you're jabbing and he jumps in, you just got to go ping or bing, right? So all you've got to do is keep your head down, just chuck that left cross or left uppercut, right? Stop him in his stretch. You've done it a couple of times out there. It's just finding the timing to do it. Other than that, he's getting desperate now. He's getting desperate.
Yep.
So just watch his lunges. But when he lunges in, he's open for the left cross.
Right.
Right. More water. More water.
No. One more.
Let him punch fresh air.
Yeah.
Saying as we did, Barry, he's getting desperate.
Breathe deep, Charlie. Breathe deep. Come on.
Yeah, and what they're saying about when he overreaches with the punch, he's open to get hit.
Saunders clearly ahead on points as we move into the 6th. What is Eubank going to do about this? At the moment, his technique is looking inferior.
Well, yeah, but the only success he's had is when he's thrown the jab. He's missed with it, but he's thrown like a bolo uppercut, haven't he, with the right hand in the mid-drift of Saunders. That's the only real success that he's had tonight.
Talk of him being the new Mayweather and the new Tyson. We've heard that sort of thing. That's a low shot. Referee didn't call it. Certainly looked as though it was at the very least borderline, and I thought it was below the waistband. This is better from Eubank. He needs to do more of this. Still finding it hard to find the close shot.
But at least he's come on, good left hook, a left uppercut there from Eubank. At least he's coming forward, throwing punches, John, making an effort. And for me, he's given away the first 5 rounds. Well, Saunders had won him either way you look at it, but the thing is, in my card, he's 5 rounds down and needs to work. He's the physically stronger, you think, but he's the one who's holding on. Up close, Eubank.
Saunders fans happy with what they're seeing. Again, Eubank talking to Saunders, trying to goad him, trying to drag him in. That's what Eubank will want him to do, to come in and try and...
That's good. Good for him. He's having a good round so far, Eubank Jr.
1, 2, 3, scoring jabs.
He can't sustain an attack though, can he?
No, but
Can't sustain work rate.
kind of the tension which seemed to consume him in the early rounds, though. This time Saunders is the one who can't land, and Eubank using the ropes well to stay away.
Well, Saunders didn't want to commit. That's why he couldn't land. He wasn't committed with the shots. Too light. But good lateral movement though from Eubank on the rope, showing some good skills. If he can do that going forward. This is what he's got to do when he's in close. Good
Saunders
shots back.
trading, then tying Eubank up, using his experience.
Well, Billy's a tough kid, isn't he? So, you know, he's going to fire back when he's getting caught.
Better round, though, this one for Eubank.
Yeah, I think so.
Rival chants going up from sets of fans. Eubank's best round so far. Do you think he won it back?
Yeah, no, I do, John. I really do. I think he come up positive, had a good assault early on in the round, and landed some nice jabs.
More like it.
Yeah, that's more like it. From his perspective.
What's the matter with you? You've got every punch in the...
Get him out of there. What's the matter with you? They're trying to get him to believe. Psychologically, those first 4 or 5 rounds, for all the talk, it looked as though Eubank didn't really believe it, and at moments in that round he began to. Let's listen in.
Don't let him lick the rounds. You've got to step on him now.
What round is it? Bring the fight to him.
What round, remember? He's going into the 7th and halfway.
Keep talking for a second.
You've got every punch. Two punches.
He has to build on that success, albeit a little bit limited, of the 6th round. It's better from Eubank. But at the halfway stage, on Barry Jones' scorecard, 5 rounds to 1 to Billy Joe Saunders.
I just can't make a case for the round for Eubank. Even maybe the 5th you could have scored level, but I can't just can't make a case for him. He just haven't sustained enough work, except for the last round. Sorry, well he did. He come out positive.
Billy Joe Saunders being implored by his corner to concentrate. Oh, good lead. Nice right hand, sneak little right hand from Saunders. Right eye of Eubank is starting to show damage.
Boxing well, Saunders.
That's good though from Eubank. Nice, solid left hand lead. Now the referee's got to get a grip of this. That's not the first time.
And it's infringing the rule. I don't think there's any malice with it. He's just working away.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's that sort of fight, though, isn't it, Barry? He's got to keep a real close lid on it. I think of some of our experienced guys. You know, think about Marcus McDonald. Think about Richie Davis. If he'd tried that sort of stuff, there'd have been the riot act. He came to it, but it was a little late. Now he starts to unload. This is more like it from Eubank. Still struggling to find the clear shot.
He is, and Billy fighting well, missing the tag, but fighting well to get off the ropes. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want his back on the ropes where Eubank can wail away. That's good work from Eubank Jr. He's come alive a little bit, hasn't he?
He's relaxed. It's like the tension's gone out of his body. He's a little bit clumsy and punished for it. There's a mouse under the right eye. I wonder if that's going to close as the fight goes on the face of Chris Eubank.
Well, again, Eubank just overcommitting and Saunders making him pay. Sharp little counter. Good shot there from Billy Joe Saunders. And spinning Eubank quite well on the ropes. And this is where Eubank got to bully him. He'll use that strength.
That's a good uppercut. That's a solid shot. Maybe not seen from the back of the auditorium, but there's a good uppercut in there from Eubank. Saunders takes it, though.
Been a good round, this.
Yeah, both have had the moments in this round. Really starting to warm up into the second half of the fight. We're in round 7. Now, have you got that one?
Eubank Jr. I think Billy come back into a little bit, some nice single shots, but I think for me it was a round for Eubank Jr.
Right.
The most hurtful punch that he landed was that uppercut.
It's his favourite shot, and it's a shot that really works well for him. He's back on the ropes even as well.
There, that one.
But it was a body shot just before they won it, just to drop the elbow. Good shot there. But Saunders' credit, took it well, trying to work away himself. So turned into a good little scrap this last couple of rounds.
It's kind of the sort of stage of the fight where Ronnie used to slap his dad's face.
He might still slap his dad's face.
Good line. Into the 8th round. (5-2) on Barry's card to Billy Joe Saunders, the defending champion.
Yeah, that was a close round.
That's a good right hand from Saunders. Eubank walks through it, though.
It's a close round, that last one. I just edged towards Eubank.
Left hand from Saunders this time. Looked as though it may have been low. Eubank trying to detonate that big uppercut. Interesting that Ronnie Davis has given up what would appear in the early stages to have been something of a vow of silence, and he's getting a bit more animated and saying, get out there and show that you are the fighter we know you are.
Well, what's the point in having all that experience in the corner if you're not going to use it? Him, Chris Sanigan also. Good shots.
Saying you're nothing. You could lip read that, that's nothing. Well, he's showing, looking for big shots, huge shots, and he walks into a left hook from Saunders.
Might not have hurt Saunders, but they were landing shots. Clear landing shots.
Fight just sort of simmered, didn't it, in the early rounds. Now you get the impression that we've got to fight for proper.
Good shot. Lovely left hook.
Left hand from Eubank. Saunders again has to show that he's got a good chin and takes it well. And you can see on the face of Chris Eubank Jr. now, he is starting to fancy this job more.
Well, surely he's realised that if he comes forward, he has more effect. While he's trying to mount attacks from distance, I think it suits Saunders. Saunders has come out boxing there.
He's taking a breather now, though. He had his moment, and he's got the foot off the gas, maybe because he has to.
Yeah, well, you say he can't work 3 minutes of a round, can he?
Would appear not.
Walked into a jab there, Eubank.
Eubank trying to come forward, trying to throw big shots, but not finding anything clean.
No, good movement there from Saunders, wanted to avoid that little attack. Showing he's still got his wits about him, good lateral movement, good footwork.
Well, a bit of an exchange there. Have you got that one, Barry?
That's another Eubank round for me, John. That's 3 on a spin I've given him now.
5-3 now. Barry has it in Billy Joe Saunders' favour. That's that left hand from Eubank.
Yeah, I just think, you know, just in the heavier shots of Eubank, and he's not getting caught as clean as he was in the earlier rounds against Saunders.
It's scrappier. That's how Barry's got it, by a couple of points.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Billy Joe Saunders visibly tired against Nick Blackwell in the closing rounds. But he says on occasion he's cut corners in training before. Eubank, though, he's coming on strong, and on Barry's cards taking the last 3 rounds.
Saunders come out nice and sharp beginning of this round, landing some nice straight shots straight off the bell.
Eubank going to work, trying to land some big shots on those ropes. Again, you see the defensive moves of Saunders, but he took a solid left hand and an uppercut.
He's had to take some good shots there, Saunders, but he's turned Eubank. That was good. He's turned him up so his back's on the rope. So you can push him back, lessen the power in the shots. You got to get the jab back into play, Saunders. That's why he's having less success. Good jab there from Saunders. And again, nice little 1-2.
Brought in the left hand. Terrific atmosphere here at the XL.
I tell you what Saunders has to do. He has to work. Oh, good right hand there from Eubank. Saunders has to work every time Eubank's not, because Eubank needs to take his rest. He puts so much into every shot. When he takes his rest, that's when Saunders really got to do his work. Take advantage of that.
Eubank trying to bully Saunders back. The uppercut is the danger shot. There it is again.
Good job.
Nice solid right hand from Saunders.
Good shot there from Saunders. Took a uppercut, but I think his right hand was a better shot.
Out. Eubank's blowing. And that is clumsy, and he's penalised, and Saunders steps in and lands 2, 3, 4 scoring shots. See his dad there in the corner behind Mark Tibbs, living every punch with Billy Joe.
You've got to keep moving, you've got to keep spinning around, circling around Eubank. Don't stand in front of him, man. Landing some good shots here, Saunders.
Saunders round so far for me, this. Eubank, oh, that's a great shot. Terrific left hand from Eubank. Saunders takes it, though.
He's more off balance, I think. I think he was moving back and got caught. It was a good shot. I think the fact that he was moving back up on his toes
accentuated it, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Whatever, he's still upright, and now looking to return it with interest in the closing seconds of this night.
Oh, that was a good right hand to finish the round there from Eubank. But I think a Saunders round, Billy Joe Saunders round for me, John.
Well, it's a difficult one to score that. Could go either way. It looks as though his nose has gone. And is the left eye damaged as well?
Breathing. Now you've got yourself back in there, just about. Right? Now you've still got to make him punch fresh air. Make him punch fresh air, right? Come on, Joe. You've got to pull out this last 3 rounds. Yeah. Otherwise, you ain't going to win. Right? Yeah. But don't get desperate. Let him get desperate. Make him miss. Make him miss. Come on. You going to do it?
Yeah.
Come on. Listen, nice and compact. He falls in. He falls in.
Corner.
All over the place.
Still the same strategy as before. Jimmy Tibbs imploring Billy Joe to rely on his boxing, make him miss. Eubank will be going in there looking to finish this.
He's talking to Saunders now.
Again, something which, frankly, shouldn't be allowed.
It's where Saunders can't get involved in those mind games because he's going to walk onto something silly. And that's what Eubank's trying to make him do. Just keep doing what he's doing, move him round, feinting, landing with the jab, covering up tight when Eubank explodes, and then as soon as he starts throwing punches, you go to work because you know he's going to take a rest.
Well, at risk of sounding as though I'm on the referee's case, I mean, you really should be telling him to shut up during the round.
Yeah, I think so. Good jab there from Eubank Jr. He's getting that into play a little bit more, hasn't he, each round?
Yep. This is the footwork, the speed of Saunders, not quite where it was. Oh, it's a good shot.
Oh,
lovely right hand.
lovely.
That is quality boxing from Saunders. And another good jab. And again.
Good body shot.
He's getting back on his boxing.
That's where he needs him, Eubank. That's where he got him. He engineered him onto the ropes. Just smothered his work, just got a little bit too close.
And allowing Saunders to turn him and get away from the danger area. That's a good body shot.
Yeah, it was a good, really good body shot. And I think Billy's felt that, John.
Low, according to the ref. It's on our blind side. We couldn't see.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely work. Not a lot of power in those punches, but they're good standout scoring shots.
He's outworking Eubank, who's looking pretty tired in there now. Mouth hanging open.
Well, Eubank shows no emotion on his face, but he's tired for sure. Well, this is deep waters for him, man. Good shot there over the top there from Billy Joe.
Remember that this is an uncharted waters for Chris Eubank. He's never gone into these championship rounds, stopped his last 10 opponents, and he's going looking for Billy Joe here in the last 30 seconds of the 10th. Good left-hand body shot. And another one.
Lovely left hook there from Eubank.
But remember, Eubank was dominated in the early stages of this round, although he's coming on strong in the last 30 seconds.
Saunders tired now as well.
Yeah, it's a Saunders round though, this, surely,
Yeah,
Barry.
yeah, I'll definitely box the ears off him for 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Got to stop him, mate. Well, you got 2 rounds, you've got to stop him, I'm telling you.
Ronnie knows.
Let's take all that.
He's got to take him out.
Yeah, so I got it as well, John.
7-3, you've got it.
Yep.
Every time they catch him, you're hurting, you've got to throw more shots. Break him up. You've got to stop him. I'm telling you, mate, listen to me. You've got 2 rounds to stop him.
I do. Stop talking.
Right, okay, don't tell me to stop talking. Win the fight.
It's spot on.
There's the shots now that you're going to bring the fight to him now.
Yeah.
Relax. Okay, land your feet. Keep on. Keep your head moving.
Lovely body shot that wasn't it? Just shows the toughness of Saunders.
Eubank's had his moments and he's still dangerous, but Saunders is ahead. 2 rounds to go.
Listen, so I think Eubank has shown he is a good fighter because he's boxing at a high level here. Oof. Lovely shot there from Saunders, but Saunders is doing what we thought he was going to do, and he has, you know, he has the better pedigree, and he's showing it so far. Oh, nice right hook there from Saunders, catching Eubank coming in.
Good shot from Saunders. And then tying Eubank up. Oh, another good shot from Saunders. Eubank trying to force the fight, trying to find the big shots, but just not able to do so. Cramping himself.
Yeah, he is. He's smothered in his work, isn't he, John? You're exactly right. Getting too close. He's trying to use his strength, which he should have done in the early rounds to push him back. He's getting too close now. Now he needs to make space to throw the punches. And because he swings his shots in, he needs to get he needs big arcs to make the movement.
That right hand did get through from Eubank. Saunders ties him up. From all those big attempted shots, for me, I think there was only one which really landed.
Yep. Oh, good hook and a lovely uppercut there from Eubank again. Saunders, yet again, though, turning him on the ropes, allowing himself to work.
Experience. Oh, it's a terrific uppercut, two of them from Eubank. Saunders takes them and responds with a great straight right. Serious drama in this 11th round.
I've got to be honest, Eubank's having success with the uppercuts, but that's all he's throwing, isn't it?
Eubank surely has to find a big shot to put Billy Joe Saunders down. He's looking for them. Oh, he gets one, a big uppercut. That's a stumble, surely. Or is it the knockdown?
He threw himself on the floor there, John.
Stumble.
Overreaching with his shots.
Huge effort from Eubank, but Billy Joe Saunders stands firm.
Yep, wrong there for me, for Chris Eubank. It's not going to be enough to win in the fight on my card.
Now you really got to jab his head off now, Joe.
He absolutely went for broke there, Eubank. Tried to take Billy Joe Saunders out.
Well, he landed with enough powerful shots. His favourite shot, the uppercut, is one that's worked for him all night. That's a good shot. But Billy Joe Saunders showing that he's a tough kid who can take a shot.
It's actually boiled up into a pretty serious fight, this one. Not a huge amount of respect between them. They didn't touch gloves.
Not at all. And Eubank trying to jump on him and trying to get a little bit of a surprise.
The last round, and you heard Jimmy Tibbs imploring Saunders to throw the jab, to box him. Eubank wants to make it into a brawl, has to try and take him out.
He's throwing everything but the kitchen sink.
Hasn't landed the big clean shot. There he does! Great uppercut. Saunders takes it. That landed right on the button, and Saunders took it.
He got some chin in him. We were talking about Eubank Senior's chin, but Saunders got some chin.
There's few chance for Eubank now in amongst the mass support for Billy Joe Saunders. That was a great uppercut from Eubank.
All Saunders got to do is jab and keep turning and spinning to his right. Keep away from that right uppercut.
I think Eubank has tapped into the fighting DNA, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Saunders is being dragged into a Eubank kind of fight in this last round. And Billy Joe is a hard boy himself. Great right hand.
Well done. Brilliant. Really good work there from Saunders. Eubank got to try and work throughout the round. That's the problem. He probably doesn't train that way. That's better from Eubank. Little flurry trying to open up the
Walked
defenses.
into a right-hand lead from Saunders again, and whipping in the right hook.
Saunders using good lateral movement there just to make Eubank miss. Takes a lot out of you when you're swinging heavy shots and you're missing.
Last minute. Both these lads dog-tired in there. Great last round.
Lovely hook there from Saunders.
Oh, terrific uppercut from Eubank. Saunders takes it again. Eubank senses in this last minute that he could still take Saunders out of here. This is what he needs to do. He's going to have to stop him. Big telling off from referee Michael Alexander, rightly so, dragging him down onto the punches.
He's really going for it now, isn't he, Eubank?
Saunders making him miss, though, with most of those, and he's not really getting any space, any purchase to really land a power shot.
It's not going to be enough from Eubank. Running out of time.
Last few seconds, and for us, Billy Joe Saunders has won that fight, and I think Eubank knows it. He may have won the last round.
Yeah, I give Eubank the last round.
(7-5) Billy Joe Saunders on Barry's card. And if he has lost this fight, Chris Eubank, or Chris Eubank Jr., as maybe I ought to be calling himself, he should be looking back at those first 5 rounds when he did nothing and allowed Saunders to get a big lead.
First of all, Eubank Jr. is a good fighter, and I think if his work ethic was a little bit more honest, he would be a better fighter. But this kid as well, Billy Joe Saunders, is also a good fighter, and for me, his boxing skills, his pedigree was enough to see him through by a couple of points.
Well, it's a close one. Eubank certainly came on strong in those last 2 rounds, definitely narrowing the gap. But, well, not enough for us.
To be honest, I didn't think that Eubank would have enough in the tank, even though he worked sparingly, enough in the tank to finish as strong as he did in those last 2 rounds. Particularly that last round, which was a tremendous round, the best round of the fight. But Eubank's going hell for leather.
Eubank's shadow boxing in the ring now and showing the sort of energy and the sort of combinations that he should have thrown a little bit earlier on.
There's great work from Eubank, but then Saunders, when he looked like he was in trouble in that last round, showing the grit and determination of a real champion and fighting back himself. And I think they've both shown a lot more than what I've seen from him in the past in different aspects of their boxing ability. I think Saunders, I'd never seen him have to tough it out so much, and he did. And Eubank showing that he can do a 12-rounder, and he's a better fighter, technically a better fighter than I thought he was.
Well, Ronnie Davis told Eubank he had to go and knock him out to win the fight. He couldn't do it. Frank Warren looks fairly relaxed, and Billy Joe Saunders looks like he thinks he knows. Let's find out for sure, because Jimmy Lennon Jr. is poised there. The 2 fighters will be drawn together by the referee. Let's find out who's won this one, Billy Joe Saunders or Chris Eubank Jr. Here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Marcus McDonald scores them out 115 to 114 in favor of Billy Joe Saunders. Judge at ringside, Phil Edwards sees it 116 to 113 in favor of Chris Eubank Jr. And judge at ringside, Terry O'Connor scores them out 115 to 113 in favor of the winner. He is still undefeated and still the British, European, and Commonwealth middleweight champion, Billy Joe Saunders.
Saunders gets his dream result. Eubank shakes his head a little disconsolately. Split decision, 3 rounds, 1 round, and Terry O'Connor the deciding judge by 2 rounds for Billy Joe Saunders. What a good fight, though. And I tell you what, Don King used to, once upon a time, have a saying when he'd seen a fight like that. He used to say, let's dance again, let's dance again. You'd see that one again, 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're live on Box Nation, and we're going to have a word with both fighters. First of all, the champion. After all the build-up, Bill, after all the talk, the hard work, what does it mean to win?
First of all, I just want to say thank you for everybody who come out here, because you're the ones who made the show tonight. Listen, fair play to Chris Eubank Jr. You know, he's better than what I thought. It was good work, Ray, but he was just a little bit too slow on the early rounds, and I knew his game plan was to push me on the last 6. So, you know, I think I was in front to maybe 6 and 7. Then he started taking over. Then I nicked a couple of maybe 9, maybe 11. But, you know, fair play to him. But, you know, I'm only 25. He's only 25. Next stop is a WBO world title, but I think I've got a little bit more learning to do yet. And I'm ready for the world title.
Chris, it was a split decision. How close did you think the fight was? How did you think it'd go?
It was close. I felt like I won most of the second half of the fight, if not all of it. He's got a good engine, and you know, I'm back in the gym tomorrow. This isn't the end. You know, I'm coming for the British again. Hopefully, we can do a rematch ASAP. You know, because I felt like I won the fight. But congratulations to him. Good one.
It's good to see. Good to see. Was Billy better than you thought he was? It was a big step up for you tonight.
He did what I thought he would do. You know, he boxed the plan, early rounds. He come out strong. I felt like I overtook him, but you know, the judges made the decision. I'll be back.
Chris will be back. Can I just ask you, because
I'll just say one thing. I boxed tonight. I done all right, but I will gladly, when I be world champion, I'll give him first shot. Who wants to see it again for the world title?
Final question. Final question. Tonight, you were defending that beautiful Lonsdale belt for the 3rd time, the first traveller ever to own a Lonsdale belt. How does that feel?
Well, Dad, I'd just like to say, me dad's here. That British belt, I've won it outright. That's my dad's Christmas present. He's always wanted one. If it wasn't for him, I still wouldn't be in boxing, so that's ease.
Show this to the camera. It's an absolute beauty. Well done. Your appreciation, please, for both fighters.